Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Monster Vlog, and I am kept company today by my sweet Ember Kitty. Um, Today is day 22 of Fit-Tober, and the follow-along link for the cardio that I did is down in the video description. I really liked this one today. It was another day of 25 minutes of cardio, and I had kind of lollygagged around all morning, really enjoying myself right up until I got good and grumpy because I realized how far behind I was. And I was like, oh, I missed my shady spot that I like to do cardio in on the rug outside, because otherwise I'll wear a bald spot in the grass. Between me and the chickens, the yard doesn't hold up well. That's why we put that rug down. But it was in like half sun, half shade, and I was like, this isn't gonna work for me in my tender, sunburnable flesh. And so I missed my shade spot, but I got to do my cardio indoors, and it was still a lot of fun. Yesterday, I had meant to say about it was easy getting 10K steps. It's easy when I'm doing yard work, which I've been snipping away at here and there. It has been helping me to be more active, which, oh my gosh, I love the weather right now, you guys. Like, it is normally this time of year, we've had our first frost, and it's like kind of outside. It's been so nice, except for the I'm enjoying it for what it is. I would actually prefer it be cold and rainy, but that's just me. But I'll just take it however it is, because honestly, if it was cold and rainy, I'd probably be missing this warm, balmy weather and the mosquitoes and everything anyways. So, but yeah, and I've got more yard work to do today in preparation for some upcoming excitement that I'll be telling you guys about. I did little notes today. I didn't feel like following along with the supersets in today's workout. Train with Joan is awesome, but I did not feel like doing supersets. I just didn't want to do it. And instead of quitting, I went ahead and just did them as regular sets. But having an adaptable plan makes for a happy Vaughn. The workout still got done. It still kind of tore me up a little, but that's because I let myself go heavier on the weight from a 5 pound to a 10 pound on the first set of some of the exercises. And I am a cooked noodle, you guys. Like, I'm like, it's so like, oh, but then I kept going through with the 5 pounders after, because I did the same number of reps. I probably could have cut myself some slack and done 10 instead of 15 with the doubled weight, but you know, in hindsight, there's so much clarity to be had, or something. I got the meal plan planned out for the last weeks, like week and a half of Fit-Tober. And I'm very excited. Ooh, also, I don't think I showed you all this yesterday, but we still have that 22 current streak and 23 workouts completed. Well, hey, big boy. And let us see. The meal plan will be posted on the Monster Vlog members community page as well. I think I'm actually just going to type it out for you guys this week instead of posting a picture of it. But I'll post a picture of it as well. Just for me, I love just seeing it all laid. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to keep doing what makes me happy, I do think. But let's see. Oh, we did pretty good sticking to the meal plan this week. What we did was... What day even is it? Okay, it's the 23rd. So this past week, the week prior, we knew that the chicken legs are kind of, we don't really care for those reheated. So that was really good information. The tuna noodle goo made 3 meals worth for 2 people instead of 4. So that was good to know. And it did pretty well. It was a good reheater in the fridge. Like, it nuked up real nice and well. We had, where is it? The cottage cheese and fruit's been hitting good. Chicken, cheesy beans, and broccoli did not do as well on, because I was trying to, normally whatever's left over from dinner, we'd have for lunch the next day and just keep kind of leapfrogging it that way. And I tried doing where we'd have dinner, and then the leftovers from that wouldn't be the next day, they'd be the day after. And so it was a much bigger leapfrog hop. The chicken, cheesy beans, and broccoli, the chicken just tasted really dry and like it'd been sitting in the fridge for 2 days. Like, it was fine. But I think I prefer the shorter leapfrog. I don't mind eating the same meal back to back if I only have to do it twice. I'm so spoiled. Like, used to as a kid, we ate the same flavor as cereal. Like, every morning, like, we had handfuls of cereal because we didn't have like room in the fridge for milk because we had a very small, like, old-fashioned ice box. So if we wanted milk, it was powdered, and I just didn't care for the way powdered milk tasted, and it was one more step. So in the mornings, I'd just grab a handful of cereal, and that was breakfast. We ate the same kind of cereal all month. There was no like, I had that yesterday. Like, and so now as an adult to be like, I had that meal yesterday, it feels like such a luxury, and it's so indulgent, and I'm just feeling very grateful for that. But that's something that it's, again, food being a reward, since I'm no longer rewarding myself with mass quantities of it. I'm trying to reward myself with it still being food, still being a treat, in the sense that it's a really nice home cooked meal. So we actually tried a new recipe this week, which was scalloped potatoes, but you make them like in a muffin cup. Oh my God, you guys, this is so good. And it made them kind of serving sized. We had 3 each this week. I think next time I make them, it's just going to be 2 muffins, for me at least. And then that leaves us some left over, because it makes, the recipe was perfect. I'll try to have it linked down below, for the scalloped potato muffin recipe. It made the whole muffin pan. 2.5 pounds of potato made all 12 muffins. Were filled up perfect, like little muffin holes. And so that had been 2 for me with that dinner, and then 2 for the lunch, because it reheated beautifully even on the 3rd day. Like, and then that'd be 3 and 3 for Randy, and that would leave 2 left over, and that would give us some. We could have them with breakfast one morning. Us have like bacon and eggs and one of these reheated. Oh, I bet they'd be good pan fried too. Okay, and it fits in with like our meal scheduling, and I just pulled in another harvest of potatoes out of the garden. This is gonna be good. So yeah, we got the meal plan laid out. But yeah, so that's just more information. That's what I learned this week. The week prior was no on the chicken legs. This week I learned 2 for the muffins for me, because 3 was just a bit much. And then 2nd day leftovers are better than 3rd day leftovers, which is obvious to say it out loud, but now it's been tested. So we also have upcoming excitement. So all month, this new lifestyle of mine that I've been wearing, and it's fitting like a glove, but I have not gone out into reality. So I want to see how our new lifestyle holds up to reality. And we're going to a gem and mineral show that we're turning into an overnight trip. So I've scheduled in the breakfast and time slotted my workout already, so I know what time I need to wake up for me to be able to fit it in. Because it takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours if I'm showering after, to do like my whole workout, cardio and everything, and that's on a long day. So then now I know how much time to slot out. Which lets me know I'm going to need to go to bed early. But we have breakfast and the morning workout. We have, it takes us the drive to get there. And then we have an activity. And then we have, I'm packing Lunchables for a lunch. And then we have dinner planned at a restaurant, because I love having the internet, y'all. Whenever we first started, like, we're vending and traveling a whole bunch, not everybody had a website. Like, Google Maps wasn't like a thing. So it was really difficult, for us at least as young people going out, to like know what options we were going to have, to know what food options we were going to have that we could afford too, which was something that like we had a hard time finding food that was affordable in some cities, because everything in the area that we were in was like $20 or $30 a plate. And it's like, We were looking for like dollar menu. So, but now if we know what city we're going to, we know what hotel we're going to, we've based like we could do the walking route map and everything. Like it's so much nicer to get to plan trips nowadays. So we already know what sushi restaurant we're going to be going to. We already know what we're going to be doing on, the Saturday for the Gem and Mineral show. And then I know where I'm going to, whenever we get home, like we're going to eat lunch at one of our favorite spots. And then whenever we get home, we're going to have steak. And because I know I can pop it into the sink and it'll be defrosted in like 30 minutes. And then we can just cook it. And so there's a whole plan in place. But yeah, and then but we'll see how we stick to the plan. We typically do pretty good, so I have faith in us. We're not particularly off the cuff, like just do things on a whim. My husband and I both really enjoy having a plan and then sticking to the plan. Like there's a huge satisfaction in having planned something and it going as planned, but there's also a really big satisfaction whenever, like, we'll look at each other and just be like, this isn't what we planned, but this is what's happening. And we have a wonderful, unexpected adventure together. So that's nice too, but gotta make a plan if you're going to try to stick to it. So I have fun with the planning part as well. But then, like the very next day, which we do typically, like, no socializing. The very next day, after doing an overnight trip out of our house, we're going to be going over for sports watching over at a friend's house. Oh, Z's got heartburn again. And so that's very exciting, but also I don't know what the dinner plans are. I'm going to be in a social setting, and sometimes if I'm not like in my house where I have a million things to do to keep me distracted, like I wonder if I can bring my coloring book. But if I'll way overeat if there's nothing for me to do except for like normal source of socializing. Just like if I'm just sitting on a couch, just talking to people, or just watching TV for more than like 10 minutes, I'm like, I desperately need something to do. Like just for like my hands. Like, so I might bring some of my crochet and I might sneak in a coloring book. So I am just an overgrown child. Oh well, like my husband loves me and my friends seem to like me, so whatever. I'm not gonna argue with results. But yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna do sports watching, and so I've not done that before, so I'm kind of nervous about, do I bring snacks? What kind of snacks should I bring? Probably jalapeno peppers, but I don't know. We'll see. And then after that, our friends are having a Halloween get together, and I think it's gonna be chili, and they make really good chili. So I've been knowing that these things are coming up. I've been able to plan around them, and so I'm very interested to see if the plan lasts first contact with reality, because if it does, this is like the most socializing we'll probably be ever. Like, the only time we socialize this much is, like, Christmas or Dragon Con. Like, the rest of the time, we come out of our little hermit cave and then get startled by, seeing our shadow at Sam's Club, and then go back into the house for another 2 weeks. So, and actually, we're going to Sam's Club this evening, so maybe we'll find some really good blueberries and grapes, and they might have, if they had ginger in stock. Okay, so these are just my thoughts out loud. I will see y'all. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, by the way. Congratulations so much, Saki girl, on how good you are doing with hitting your steps. And I hope you're having a good time with your portion control. If you have any recipes that you'd recommend for our upcoming Nom Nom November, leave them in the comments. But I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. I can't believe we're actually doing it, you guys. This is wild. But until tomorrow, you guys, keep on keeping on. Bye.